Hi subbies, it's Amber. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're returning, welcome back, of course. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you to those of you that have followed me on Instagram or liked my Facebook page. I totally appreciate it. We're up to about 11,500 subscribers the last time that I checked. Nipsey Hustle vibes up in the building. And so I want to say thank you for those of you that have rocked with me for a year or two or longer. I want to say my channel is approaching its third year here soon. So thank you guys. I am going to start from this moment forward doing separate announcement videos before the monthlies come out so that I can save time on the monthly readings. You can find planetary transits, background information for whatever astrological house I am focusing on that particular month, along with other updates and announcements about product that I'm restocking, updates to personal readings and things of that nature in the announcement videos moving forward. Okay, so for December, number one, I am focusing on the 12th house in your readings this month. The 12th house is ruled by Neptune. It's also ruled by Pisces and heavily influenced by Jupiter. The 12th house tends to be the house that embodies things that cannot be seen by the naked eye. There are things that exist but don't necessarily take a physical form. Some of these examples of energies in the 12th house can be emotions, dreams, secrets, things that we imagine, our subconscious mind, certain compassions, empathies, things of that nature, fantasies, visions, even things that you see. How can I explain? I'm sure you guys are following, right? Bright group of people on my channel, typically woke people on my channel, but like visions that you're having about things that no one else really notices or sees. It's also very much so about spiritual development. The 12th house is also about surrendering. It tends to be about confusions at time, illusions, cutting through the veil, right? Which is my very favorite thing to do. That is why the channel is called Unveiled. It is definitely about helping you all to reveal your own psychic senses, your own gifts and powers, to heal yourselves, to heal others. That is the goal of this channel. What else can I say about the 12th house? It's about our memories, sometimes even about baggage, emotional baggage, spiritual baggage, things of that sort, mysticism, prayer, karma, forgiveness. Like I said, very much so governs things that exist but do not take a physical form. Okay. So moving on from the 12th house and what the December readings are going to be centered around, I wanted to talk a little bit about the transits. So I'm recording all of this on today's the 29th of November. Some of the readings I recorded yesterday, and they're uploading, and I'm now recording the announcement video. So Neptune actually went direct yesterday. Some of you guys may have actually experienced some very vivid dreams in the last few weeks, the last few days, or some of you guys that are behind the energy are going to start experiencing some very vivid dreams here moving forward. I'd highly recommend that you guys get a dream journal, get a dream log, or get your regular piece of paper and pen and leave by your bedside, because this is a 12th house energy. There are going to be a lot of things that are foretelling to the energy that you're going to be able to physically see, things that are going to manifest moving into the new year. Okay. Tomorrow on the 30th of November, there is going to be a full moon eclipse in the sign of Gemini. So it's happening along the Gemini and Sagittarius axis. Particularly, mutable signs are going to be heavily affected right now. There are going to be several mutable signs that maybe have not come into their awakening throughout this year. This is going to be the eclipse that activates that, or that eclipse out some level of spiritual baggage, emotional baggage, whatever the case may be, in order for that person to fully ascend, in order for you to fully ascend, if that's something that you're experiencing at this time. On the 1st of December, Mercury is going to enter Sagittarius. So be careful with your words. Be careful with what you're thinking, especially right after that, coming in right after a full moon. It's very easy for you to manifest what it is that you are thinking. Those thoughts not being seen, but moving into January, very much so manifesting. So be very mindful of that. On the 14th of December, there is going to be a new moon eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, so still on the axis of Gemini in Sagittarius. Very, very interesting time for mutable signs. Very interesting time for water and fire signs, okay? So anyway, the new moon eclipse on the 14th is also going to be followed by Chiron going direct on the 15th. Chiron has been retrograding for several months in the sign of Aries. It is particularly one of the planets, stars, however you all like to classify Chiron, that promotes personal development, personal healing, brings forth forgiveness, karma, makes you face certain traumas, which falls directly in line with the 12th house. For those of you that have been here all year long, probably were like, okay, she's doing this astrological thing. Spirit set this up. And let me tell you, when I got ready to do these 12th house readings, and it's ruled by Neptune, and the day I started recording, Neptune was going direct, I got a good old giggle, okay? So I think it's very, very amazing that we're talking about the 12th house. We're talking about healing, personal development, karma, surrendering to those things. And Chiron is also going to be going direct. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that it will be moving into Pisces next. On the 15th of December, aside from Chiron going direct, Venus is also going to enter the sign of Sagittarius. Okay. On the 17th of December, my birthday, whoop, whoop, true Sagittarius. Okay. Saturn is actually going to be transiting into Aquarius, which is actually its second home. Its first home is in the sign of Capricorn. Its second home is in the sign of Aquarius. Saturn itself is about discipline, structures, scheduling, lessons, things of that nature. I don't know if I already said restrictions, heavy on the restrictions, delays, things of that nature. I like to think of Saturn as like, it's kind of like when Saturn is in effect, it's kind of like having a substitute teacher, or when Saturn is retrograde, rather, it's like having a substitute teacher. And it's like you have the choice to do the same thing that you would do if the teacher was present. You know what I mean? Or you can act out, slack off, whatever the case may be. It's very much so a test when Saturn is retrograde, and then in that same energy when it gets ready to go direct, that's kind of like the teacher coming back to school and is like, so what did you guys do when I was gone? We watched movies, you know, or some other people were like, I did the book report, I did the project, you know what I mean? So Saturn going into Aquarius, it's going to be a really, really interesting time, particularly because Aquarius rules all things humanitarian. Particularly with the kind of year that we've had, not just here in the United States. And for those of you that I know that you guys watch me from all over the globe, and I appreciate it. I know you guys are like in Brazil. I've seen some people shout out from Australia, Jamaica. All of you guys are my soul tribe, and I appreciate you guys. But all over the globe, there's been volcanoes, you know what I mean? Beirut had an explosion right at their dock, which completely disrupted their commerce. We've had, of course, coronavirus, which has made a lot of people homeless. Unfortunately, has also made a lot of people jobless. On top of that all going on right now, there are a lot of political races that are taking place all over the globe, not just here in the United States with our presidential elections, but there are a lot of other elections that are going on in Belize, in Thailand, and you're starting to see people come together. That is the beginning of Saturn being in Aquarius. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Okay? But I think that it's going to be a really, really beautiful energy once it settles in the sign of Aquarius. This is definitely the new awakened age that we're moving into. It is quite literally the age of Aquarius. So personally, as a spiritual person, as a light worker, I'm quite excited for what the universe and God himself has in store for all of humanity this year. But anyway, moving on the 19th of December, aside from Saturn entering Aquarius, Jupiter is also going to enter Aquarius. And that is another reason why, just to piggyback on what I just said, the whole Saturn thing, which is going to be a bit disruptive, it's going to provoke a lot of like restrictions, tests, discipline, things of that nature. Some things are going to be uprooted. When Jupiter enters into Aquarius just a couple of days later, we're going to start to see and start to redeem certain rewards from the time already spent in a level of chaos, upheaval, disadvantage. So very, very exciting time in the sky. On the 20th of December, Mercury will enter Capricorn. That's a very, very auspicious time to organize certain aspects of like your budget, work life, your schedule, things of that nature. Totally sitting and analyzing those things. You may even feel very drawn to do that even if you don't want to. What else? 12/21. Jupiter is going to be conjunct Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. So that energy is going to start to manifest as those big powerful planets are in one sign, taking up all of that space in that particular zodiac sign. Very, very interesting things are going to take place on that date. And then 12/29, there's going to be a full moon in Cancer. So oddly enough, after everybody's had the 2020 that they've had, we're going to end off on 12/29 with a full moon in Cancer. So expect a lot of emotions to start to kind of run fluidly towards the end of the year. That's a given. The end of the year is normally a very emotional time, but this year hits different, especially with the full moon in Cancer. All right. So that's for the transits. All right. Now, personal readings. Okay. If you're still here, 13 minutes in, then I would love to tell you that I am offering 40% off of personal readings this month with the code right up here. For Sag season, you can go and book your personal reading right now and save 40%. That's going to be running through the 21st when Jupiter is conjunct Saturn. That's also the day that we're going to start to phase into Capricorn season, okay? Personal readings do have a 7 to 10 day turnaround now. Typically, I get them out way before that, but the channel has, and I am so grateful, has gained a lot of popularity. I do get quite a few personal reading requests, guys. I'm a human. I'm a spiritual light worker in flesh, okay? I have bills. I have a job. I am a mother. I have to keep a clean house, and I need to sleep, eat, okay? So there are times where your reading might take the whole 7 days. There are days where I have to take a break or a breather, especially around full moon times, particularly, guys. Around the full moon time, I get really, really maxed out. So if you book a reading like on a full moon, you probably will get it in like that 7 days. But if you book it in like that 4th or 5th day is the full moon, you might get your reading on the 10th day. Okay, so I just wanted to make that very clear because I do sometimes experience a lot of pressure around the personal readings after people have booked them. Even though an email comes out and says 7 to 10 days, day 2, when can I expect my reading? Hey, are you done with my reading? I don't guys, don't do that to me, please. Please don't do that to me. Like, I'm so empathic. Like, you could even be thinking it and not text it, and I can feel it. I'm just saying. Okay. Starting for the first of the year, I've done this here and there with a couple of clients, and everybody really loves it. I actually really love it. I'm going to be offering live, private, personal readings. So dope. It means that during the personal reading, we'll set a date and a time for your appointment for your personal reading, and you'll be able to have a live interaction with me. I won't be able to see you, but you'll be able to see me. You can type in the comments and I can talk to you. You'll give me like a set of questions that you really want answered to begin with, but you'll also be able to ask me questions while we're live in the reading. You can ask me for clarification of things. It's been really, really fun. I've been able to laugh and actually bond and get to know a few of you guys through that. So those are going to be available starting on the 1st of January. Excuse me. As far as merchandise goes, I did just restock the blue calcite. Okay. And I think I restocked them like a day or so ago. There's only 2 left. All right. So if you want a blue calcite, go on and get one. The other thing I did also I just added these beautiful quartz geodes. So druzy, very, very beautiful. I just added these to the store. So if you'd like to grab one of those are available. Selenite is also available. I don't know if you guys know this. I know that online it doesn't necessarily give you like a good idea of what these look like, but they are pretty big. Like if I just hold a regular size pen, this is even like bigger than a regular pen. Okay, so if you would like a selenite wand, those are actually available now in the store. Caged pendants. For those of you who don't know, I did release a collection of caged pendants. I'm wearing pyrite. This one is snowflake obsidian. They come in different sizes, different crystal variations. So if that's something you're interested in, those are also available on the site. Channel updates. I am closing my books for loyalty members on the last day of December. So if you are a loyalty member, this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but it is good for you to know that your codes are going to be upgraded. Okay, I am going to have a price adjustment on personal readings, and also for, of course, the new live private readings that I am going to start offering. And so if you have already enrolled in the loyalty program, and for instance you're receiving 30% off of any reading or 40% off of any reading, that's not going to change. Your pricing will actually, like if I'm going to do a 10% price adjustment, your code is going to have a 10% price adjustment so that you can continue to pay whatever price you're locked in at. If you are new to the program or you'd like to enroll in the program, the information to do that is always available in the description box. Like I said, I'm going to close the books on the last day of the year. So you can either screenshot a reading that you have already gotten from me and lock in that price, or you can take a photo of the price I'm currently offering personal readings for and send that to me, and you'll be locked in prior to the price adjustment. That'll be until further notice, to be honest. A lot of you guys have enrolled. I'm so grateful, but I actually want to spend this next year doing some special things for you guys, like birthday things, and sending out personalized codes on your birthday so you can get merchandise and get personal readings and things of that nature. The referral program still stands. That's entirely separate. If you refer somebody and they book a reading, you will definitely get a discount code as soon as their reading is over with. But anyway, the other thing, very, very important, I am converting this channel to Vedic astrology. Those of you that have been here, I talk a lot about it, but for the comfort of everyone, I have teetered in between Western astrology and Vedic astrology. I believe that it's going to be better for the collective, and the readings will be much more accurate, if I focus on Vedic astrology, okay? And so I'll end up giving a little bit more information about that. But as of the January readings, even though they're going to come out in December, they would have already converted over to Vedic, okay? And so I'll expand on that one when the time comes. But I just want to make sure people start to get familiar with their Vedic charts, because you might think you're a Sagittarius, but you might actually be a Scorpio. Or you might think that you're a Capricorn, but you're actually a Sagittarius. So get accustomed to the Vedic astrology if you plan to roll on into 2021 with me, okay? That is it. Those are the those are the important announcements that I have. I know there were a lot of them, but that's why I wanted to do them in this separate announcement reading. We're 20 minutes in. Oh, for those of you that stopped here first, you're going to be very, very pleased to find out that I have upgraded the channel, and you will now be able to see both me and the cards. You guys asked and I delivered. I hope you guys enjoy them. I hope you guys stay safe, and I hope that you have a prosperous rest of this year and a smooth transition into 2021. I love you guys. Bye.